Hello, PopCon fans. I am George Lane, the co-director of the PopCon International Film Festival.
Hi, everyone, and I'm Audrey Lane. I am the other co-director of the PopCon International Film Festival, and welcome.
We are here with Dave. I want to say is it Gronwell?
Yes, that sounds correct. Yeah.
Okay, and he is the one that brought us the great film of That Thing Between Us. So, Dave, I'd like to end up asking what brought along this. It's very science fiction like, but it's a very intimate love story. What brought on you creating this idea for this film?
I want to say based on real life events, nearly. No, it was the idea came from me and my girlfriend. I had a day job, so worked at the daytime, and my girlfriend had the nighttime. So we didn't have any time together nearly in a period of a couple of months. So just once like good night, and that was that. And that was the base idea of the story, but then it was just like the premise of how you find yourself in a relationship after a couple of years, and you have to think of ways to live together. So,
yeah. I just emailed you stuff.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty relatable, I think, for anybody. I mean, I know my wife and I, our schedules are off, and they are very different. So trying to find that to make it work, even some people try to make things work whenever there's an allergy in the house. And so that's what I kind of thought that it was kind of symbolizing. But yeah, I like that. Now, as far as putting this film together, about how long did it take you to put this film together?
I want to say roughly half a year. A year, if you take the post-production and editing, a year.
All right, we've got the next person in waiting. You guys are welcome to hang out and watch.
Was there any issues as far as putting the film together, like any kind of problems that occurred whenever from its concept all the way to its end, be it location or anything like that?
I would say that the biggest problem was after we have done we did the shooting of the movie in 4 days in our own apartment. So we have everything under control. And then the biggest problem was that the guy who was editing the film, he moved away. So our communication was over phone and mail. So it was sending back and forward the clips from the editing. So that was nearly the biggest issue. It was the post-production. Yeah.
Okay.
Not so much in filming the movie.
Awesome.
If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Yeah, because I do understand. It's like, with some of those post-production things, were you thinking like as far as like editing the film and clipping that together?
Once again, what did you say?
As far as post-production, were you talking like speaking to the editing of the film, and clipping that together? Okay.
Yeah, because I had a guy who was clipping the film together, and I wanted to try to put the editing away from me, because most of the other films I have made, I have done the editing myself also. In this movie, I wanted to try to give that away and let another person do that. And then he moved away from the town to another part of the country. And then, it became a wee bit of back and forth, a wee bit more difficult.
Yeah, no, it was when watching it felt a little lighthearted. Some parts were very funny, but then at the same time, you felt very sad for the couple. Now, what's most important for you as a filmmaker? Do you prefer something that's a little bit more to add humor into it, or more emotional depth to a film?
I like a lot of strange movies, and I like everyday kind of movies. My parents told me when they saw this movie that this was the most funny movie I have ever made, because until that I have not made a single movie with some humor in it. So it was also try to test myself to make a film with a sense of humor and more lighthearted, as you said. So I was trying to push myself to try to say I want to make a comedy. I want to have a real life issue in a way, but try to take it the light way, the comedy way. But I like comedy, sci-fi, and yeah, all kind of movies. So yeah.
So as a filmmaker, what kind of films inspire you as a filmmaker to create?
Oh, that's a difficult one, I think. What inspired me? There's a lot of. I think if you can take a lot of things from different artists and different film genres, what inspired me? I think that the thing that's inspired me most is when people go out and do what they like. When they're making the movies, it sounds it's difficult to explain. It is. I think. I can't explain it. Because I can mention a lot of great artists that I like. So like David Lynch. I like David Lynch's movie. I like Rutger Hauer as an actor. Bruce Campbell, adore him. So there's a lot of great artists. I like the films and movies and stuff like that. But it's difficult for me just to put a finger on and say him or her. That's the greatest.
Is there a genre of film that you haven't done yet that you are wanting to tackle? It could be funny to make a great sci-fi with all the big budget and everything, but a horror film. I would like to do a horror film, but I think you have to be really, really crafted and really, really good to make all the marks hit in a horror film, because I think if you don't make the right marks in a horror film, it's just gonna flat out. But a horror film, it could be quite funny to make. Definitely. Yeah,
totally
and
horror.
it'll be a different perspective for an audience outside of where you are, and it's always for us, especially for me, when we're watching foreign horror, and especially about cultures and places that aren't as familiar. Especially for me, we get a lot of UK and I from Ireland and from Australia, but there's parts of the world that we don't get films from. So it's always nice to get that perspective of life and storytelling and everything else, because it's supposed to be in an international market, but here we just, you really have to look for, some of those films and just kind of go seek them out.
Yeah. You're probably right, because here in Denmark we don't have a lot of genre films in horror and that kind of films. We probably have 3 or 4, and that's it in that kind of genre.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think that there's not a lot of money in it in Denmark. So in Denmark we make light-hearted comedy films or kitchen sink drama films. Yeah.
So can you tell us what's coming up next for you?
What coming up next for me? I'm doing a script at the moment, or I've not put it aside, because I've just I've been now a father for a year, so I have not done a lot of screenwriting at the moment, but I'm trying to do a screenwriting about a form of midlife crisis of a woman who is going to be rescued by a stuffed duck. Yeah.
You like the movies that are out there. I like it. It's that thinking outside the box. Like I'm intrigued now. Like it's like, where is he gonna go? How is he gonna get it there?
Yeah, I want a duck in my next movie. That's my silver lining in the next one. I want a stuffed duck. Yeah.
That sounds fun. It's just because it's so different. So anybody that's interested in your work, where would they be able to find you, in either social media, websites, or anything like that?
Facebook, I got a group that's called Dave Green Production. It's not very big or anything, but there's some pictures and some clips from the movies. Yeah, I had a webpage once, but not anymore. So a bit of and then the webpage Vimeo, I think it's called Vimeo.
Oh yeah, Vimeo, yeah.
Yeah, also got 4 or 5 of my pictures there. Dave Green Production, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you taking the time out to sit with us and talk about your wonderful film. And we look forward to seeing more work from you.
Yeah, and thank you for taking the picture along at the festival. Very appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. All right.
You're very welcome.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.